Welcome to Esoteric Show.
You still feel the pain of that coin hockey badass jamming his thumb up my butthole.
Turning and turning in the widening journey. The falcon cannot hear the falconer.
As always,
Things
follow the
fall
plan.
apart.
You've
The
been saying
center
the same
cannot
shit
hold.
again and again for like 15 minutes
Pure
now.
energy is loosed
We don't
upon
have
the
any
world.
cow porn in our Discord.
Like a dim tide is loosed.
You're probably a nihilist.
And everywhere
faggot.
the
I don't like
ceremony
you.
of innocence
Fuck
is
off.
drowned.
My dick is 8
The
inches.
best lack all conviction. While the worst are full of passion and intensity.
Kino, I got your Kino right here ran up your ass.
Well, you're a fucking pedophile. So, like, maybe an atheist or a Christian would look at this and say, well, you're just a rapist. Pride is born of good works, positive qualities, and successful results. And we will plant that right between Beardson's legs.
You don't want to get into a dick measuring competition with me.
Well, chat. How we all doing today? In this wonderful Monday. It's a shitty Monday. It's a very, very trashy Monday. How's everybody up to? You all good in the chat? We're about to have a short impromptu. Well, I don't say impromptu. This was a long time coming. Long time coming. He can no longer make that walk back. Winter is here and he's getting cold outside. That is true. That is true. So, I'm going to preface this because I know Ashton's going to see this if he isn't already watching. Okay. So, I'm going to preface this by saying that I didn't want to do this stream. I didn't want to do this specifically. But it wasn't thanks, Pete. It wasn't until Ashton, you and Warski decided to practice what Ralph preaches, that everything is fair game, and that taking shit online to offline is a justifiable action. When you did your stream on Friday, and you decided to respond to Asolari's song, Ashton the Moocher, by claiming that the guy grooms his children and is a pedophile, and fucks his kids, because 10 years ago, he made a video disavowing the furry community because they tried to rape him. let's be real here, Chad. I know it's a hard R, but you know I would probably leave a community too if the community tried to rape me. But you decided with Warski that you would go ahead and call this guy a pedophile. It's beyond me. Let's see if we can skip to it.
Big-brained maneuver of bringing on.
Oh, here we go. Yes, we are in it.
Listen, Godwin sisters, how will you defend it? How will you defend Asa bringing his children and his wife along to the FurCon? How will you defend it, Godwin sisters? I'd like to know. You can't.
Well, all right. So for the context for the chat, what he's referring to is a long time ago. Asolari decided that he was going to do a video on the furry fandom, and he went to a PG furry thing. Okay, it was one and done. He decided it seemed all right because there was nothing sexual there, and then his next experience was by himself, almost getting raped, and he decided to quit the furry fandom and make a video about it, exposing it, and leaving it for good about 9-10 years ago. Ashton is aware of this, but he claims that this guy needs to be doxxed, which he, by the way, he points to it. He tells everyone to go on Kiwifarms to find this guy's dox. And him and Warski both claim that this guy fucks kids. That he fucks kids with no evidence. They just say it over and over in the chat, and they even bring up the idea that CPS should be involved. Yeah, right, which, if you haven't noticed already, guys, in chat, Godwinson made a video responding to this on the next day. And that video basically showed that Warski during his time with Geek Cthulhu, became a furry. And unironically was going to make the same exact videos that Asolari had already done. He was going to buy a fursuit. He had already paid for commission persona. And he was going to go to a convention and get involved with furries to expose zoophilia and animal and like the degeneracy in the furry community. This guy, Warski, was going to do that. Wholesome stuff. Well, Asa didn't look. Here's the reality, nothing but heart. The Asolari made a song called Ashton the Moocher, right? And it just lightly mocked PPP. There was no doxing. Oh, back off the mic. Is it too loud? No, I'll fix that. Sorry. How about there? That should be much better. Okay. So Asolari, he makes a video called Ashton the Moocher. It's a music video, whatever song, and he makes fun of Ashton being a grifter, okay? He makes fun of PPP and Warski being grifters. And the response was extremely over the top and something I didn't expect from Ashton, which is why I was blown away that Ashton would actually try life ruination tactics on his own show in front of 1,000 people on a guy who made a song about him. It wasn't anything personal, it wasn't anything, and that was just too far. That was too far. Now, 7 months ago, for some of you who are unaware, I went on an impromptu semi-interview on Cognitive Thought stream. He invited me on to talk about something, and I decided to discuss a little bit in a silly way. Why wouldn't Ashton pay you, KoP? That's a good question. But I decided to address some of the way that things were the show was done. Basically, the show was done, and I had a conversation with PPP after his second attempt at doxing Godwinson on stream happened. Now, this conversation was written. This wasn't like over the phone. I've kept these logs for some time now, and I'm not a proponent of sharing logs. However, in the context of this, Ashton, you decided, no, Coffee, I hided that guy for a reason, Coffee. Don't do that again. That guy was hidden for a very good reason. Don't do that again, bro. I don't know what you were doing. If I hide somebody, there's a reason for that. I don't want to deal with that guy in the chat. I'm trying to do something. Don't fuck up my stream. So I went on KoP stream about 7 months ago, and I gave a kind of an insight of the inner workings of how the Kino Casino was set up and some of the issues that we were going through. After Ashton and Warski did a stream, I remember Warski. Correct the record, KoP. Yeah. What do you mean correct the record? The Gaul calling a man like Asa a chom 9? I don't know what that is. Dump. Oh, right. We're going to get to that. Okay, I'm sorry, chat. You guys are distracting me. I might have to close the chat because I'm trying to get through this. All right. So, base coffee. You get one chance, Echo. I'll give you that much. So anyway, I go on KoP stream 7 months ago, right? I kind of give an idea of the inner workings of the Kino Casino, how it was all done, how everything was streamed, all that kind of stuff, how the writers, air quote, and like the, consultation, the employee. I talked to it in the format of a business structure because that was the best way that would make sense to the chat. Okay. Now, in July, Ashton and PPP and Warski decided to do a stream with Jim where they doxed Godwinson's work. Essentially, they went balls deep. Even Mr. Mediker admitted on stream that he didn't expect him to do that, but he did it. All right. Prior to that, Ashton and Warski went live prior to that, like a week before that, and streamed and showed off Godwinson's bank account information and doxed him again. No, I'm not in the car. Okay. Now, I wanted to go back and do this that time, but I said no. I'd rather have a conversation with PPP and keep this between us, and hopefully he'll work it out with Adam. That did not happen. Okay, that did not happen. Obviously, we know that Godwinson and PPP did not work things out, right? Okay, so I'm not even going to play the stream right now. Most of you already know it. If you don't, I'll explain it. We'll play it late after. So, without further ado, okay, I'm going to show you the conversation of what PPP is like behind the scenes when he's talking with the writers, right? And this is specifically between me and him. Nobody else is involved. Right? And this was pertaining to him doxing Godwinson and the events that led to why that was happening. Mic quality check? Is there a mic? Is a mic issue or no? Hello? Where's the car? Have you paid your child support yet? No, my kid's here. So, anyways. So, without further ado, we're going to get into it. But just for context, this is a conversation between me and PPP right after he doxed Godwinson a second time. Okay? And you're going to see what kind of person he is. Yeah, I already said that, Persip. This is just between me and him. Let that be on the record. Persip Cassidy, this is just a conversation between me and PPP. Nobody else was having a conversation about this. This was just me and PPP to ask questions. Okay? So, and I'll give you some context as we're reading this, all right? Because I'm about over it. I think, Ashton, you should understand that I didn't want to do this, but you decided that life ruination tactics and being like Ethan Ralph was the best answer to fucking songs on the internet. The Curse of the Cow Strix out how much he looks and acts like the Ralph male. While Ralph, I'm gonna assume there's a fake Mr. Medicare in the chat. But all right, let's go ahead. So this was July. I said I was your friend. We all were, and we all wanted to help you. I'll never forget this, Ashton. Goodbye. Ashton responds back with, all I'll say, man, is friends don't do what Adam did to me. You're really not that hard done by, Bri, and you really should just let this go, man. I have no problem with you or Squire or Persip, but feel free to hold on to a 10-year grudge against me for telling the truth last night. That's a lie, by the way. He's going to admit that's a lie later. Telling the truth last night that those guys weren't really your friends, man. I'm sorry things went down this way. I really am. No half measures. No half measures. All right. So I respond with, to be fair, I didn't know a video was coming. I'm referring to Godwinson's first video ever. All right. I was confused. My only criticism was that you just got an apartment, and it kind of makes that difficult in the process, but you doxed him twice, bro. Like, I don't hate you, Ashton, but what I said was a story shared by everyone, and that was true. I am mad at the entire fucking situation, but you giving up Warski Persip's air quote stories was questionable enough. Okay? Nobody is going to try to tank your show or say anything else. All has been said, and I still wish the show and you the best, but snake shit isn't cool on either side. PPP goes, I still have not given to anyone, nor will Persip's docs ever come out. That's a lie. I swear to God, the story shit happened because I was pissed off thinking Persip stabbed me in the back. Shouldn't have told Andy a fucking thing, of course. He went and engaged with him on Twitter on some bullshit. The PayPal receipt I fucked up on. I just wanted to show he got payment and thought everyone knew his name. But Persip explained the seriousness of the email coming out, and now I feel bad about that. With the gym talking about Adam's job, I think I fucked up there too. I was trying to make it less obvious what I was talking about, but I thought it was important context as to why I was going to give Adam the second chair over Andy. It's just a clusterfuck, and I got emotional and lost my mind. I'm not going to even comment on this, chat, because I want you guys to just take that and extrapolate whatever you want to believe from that, because it's such a fucking ridiculous it's a ridiculous statement to me, but I don't want to, I'll let you guys figure that out. So I respond with, let's talk facts here. You were tired of Warski, you said. You did pay Adam to do a show and replace Warski. We all gave you all solid advice. Warski was never around and literally showed up last minute to rake in the benefits of all of us talking shop or putting shit together. You did pay you did pay us regardless of how many times and thanked us. You did ask me for things to help. The stories said did happen, Ashton. That's the facts. I did tell you all to do it like a proper business, and I did suggest those ideas in Warski. I did suggest all those ideas, and Warski did sandbag the flamenco stream because of Adam. The Jesse Pod Awful story was true, and Jesse is a piece of shit for it. Nothing but me joking about the employee meme shit was made up, which is true. I mean, there's no LLC, there's no business. I'm glad you and Persip worked it out. And that cog shit was a one-time thing, but you did snake people who trusted you and always had your back, bro. None of us wanted the worst for you, at least to me. Even when Adam said you should continue the flamenco burning, I agreed that you wanted to keep yourself free from the bullshit and not ruin your show for fags on Kiwifarms. Also, fuck Warski for demanding while you're on vacation you got to do a show. We didn't do that to him. Fuck you, fake cop. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here, fake. Hold on. You guys distracted me. The chat's like filled with so many fake people in the chat. Alright. Alright, where was I? Okay, so context here for some of you guys to understand, right? I went on KOG stream as I preface this, right? And I explained some stuff. So I'm responding. A lot of the context is within what I said on the KOG stream, which none of it was not true. It was all fucking true, except me just explaining things in a business sense, because that's the only way that it made sense. All right, so let's continue on. PPP goes, I wanted to do the shows. It had nothing to do with Warski. And I go, if Warski truly helped you out, then why say you were done with him to us? Why lie? And make Warski seem like he was making you miserable? PPP goes, people complain about the people they work with all the time, man. The drama show does make me miserable some days. And I go, you lied about him. He was helping you out while you were saying he was ruining you to us. None of us knew Warski was helping you out. You made it seem like it was the opposite. You lied, bro. PPP goes, it was still my decision in the end to make on whether or not, whether I wanted to do the show with Andy or not, despite problems I had with him. Adam decided to make a decision for me. I have a problem with that. I go, if Warski did help you, that's awesome, but you didn't need to lie and say it wasn't the case to us. Well, yeah, I assumed you'd think he was attacking your paycheck, essentially. That was a criticism to Adam. I criticize Adam as well for that. That he did this while you were getting an apartment, which was a douche move, but he was under the impression you wanted an out from Warski because you told us all that you were miserable and you wanted out. If you didn't lie to your friends, that video probably would have never happened. And just told us how Warski has been having your back since day one. Let's see. PPP goes, he did help me in January, did Warski, and the issues I had were real, but it's still my livelihood, and I never thought Adam would be reckless enough to just throw that shit all out there. So I want to remind you, in the beginning of this, he said it was all an accident. The doxing of Godwinson twice, the shit with Persicacity stories with Andy Warski, all that was an accident, but now it was personal. He fucked with my livelihood. He did a bunch of different things that he shouldn't have done. So just consistently saying this is the two different setups. Let's see. I go, instead, we all were under the assumption that Warski had regulated you to a Geek Thulu position and was treating our friend like shit. PPP goes, Adam put stuff to get Warski to snake on me. He had no idea what Andy knew. Let's see. And I go, why did you dox Adam so hard twice? Was it all because of this? Eye for an eye? And he goes, like, maybe my address. And I said, Adam would never dox you. The entire video was blaming Warski because that's what we all believe, because you said that. Let's see. PPP goes, he may as well have, because the whole purpose of the video was to get Warski to snake on me. And Adam cost me about $1,000 a month in Gumroad subscriptions in 3 days. And I said, he thought you wanted an out. We all thought you wanted to quit and that Warski treated you like shit. PPP goes, he didn't really. He decided I needed to get out. I say, he tried to fucking help you. PPP goes, I don't view it as helpful, but that's just me. I said, yeah, I get that. It was rough. I said he should have talked to you, but he did it in his own way and believed you'd walk and continue your show without Warski and be happy. I don't know what to say. And he goes, I can see what you're saying, but I viewed it as a big betrayal, and I wish he had just shit on the show and not reveal stuff from behind the scenes. And I say, I'm on the fence about the video because of your apartment situation. But overall, none of it would have happened if you were just honest with your friends about you and Warski. We literally believed Warski was beating you at this point, and you were miserable and wanted out. You convinced us this was the case. You didn't say Warski was giving you half his purse, or he helped you in the cabin, or lent you money. That changes everything. We all offered to help you during that time. You said nothing. PPP goes, I don't know. I really wanted to go to this fight with Andy, and I told Adam maybe after that we could do something, but he couldn't wait. And I go, so you were going to axe Warski after the fight or do a second show with Adam? Was that the plan? PPP goes, I just don't get why he needed to blow up my spot. I honestly never decided. My fear with Adam was that he wouldn't commit to doing a show weekly. And I say, I can't answer that. Let's see. I say he seems to believe he was helping you out by giving you the out that he thought you couldn't do yourself anymore. PPP goes, as much as I love Adam, he's a bit flaky internet-wise to put your business on. And I say, and that you could find work while doing the show with him. PPP goes, if I really wanted Andy gone, he would have been gone that day and still would be. And I say, then why didn't you just say that to all of us? Why did you make us believe that you were Geek Thulu Jr. and Warski was a nightmare douchebag holding Jesse Pod Awful over your head instead, Warski had your back too, by the way it sounds. He goes, did I really make it seem like he was going to replace me with Jesse from Pod Awful? And I say yes. PPP goes, this is very important, chat. We're getting to the stuff that really is important. All right. PPP goes, some of these things I just was fucking around and exaggerating to get a reaction. I did that a lot. I don't know. Jesse was never a serious threat to replace me. I didn't even realize anyone seriously thought that. I'm going to read that one more time. Some of these things I was just fucking around and exaggerating to get reactions. I did that a lot. I don't know. Jesse was never a serious threat to replace me. I didn't even realize anyone seriously thought that. I go, well, that's how shit like this happens. Because we trusted you, and your word was gold to us. This is why you don't repeatedly pop off exclaiming you will want to be done with Warski. He goes, bro, how can you expect me to think Godwinson, without consulting me at all, would demolish my business because I was whining about Warski and DMs? That's the insanity of it. That he thinks he was entitled to decide that I should make less money or who I was allowed to work with. I guess he sees it differently, but with the flamenco stuff in the Vicar's diary, I also started to feel Adam was setting me up to fail. I go, yeah, I didn't agree that he just did this without talking, but he was very convinced by your words that Warski and you were done, and you were literally trapped. He believed he was helping his friend walk away from a situation he couldn't control anymore. He probably should have talked to you. PPP goes, he took away my control, man. And I go, I agree, but I don't feel like he did, and this is how he went about it. PPP goes, he absolutely fucked me, because if I walked away from Warski, after that it made me look like I was Adam's bitch, and Adam made my decisions. And I said, you thought it was a power move, really? And he goes, I genuinely think it was a power move. I say, it can look that way, but realistically it wasn't. You two should have talked after that video. He goes, yeah, we really should have talked before or after. So I say, so when Jim was on and you were dropping Adam's work shit, was that on purpose? And PPP goes, I just tried to ignore it. And I say, was it revenge, though? He says, it's not revenge. I tried to put in less detail and explain my side without giving away exactly what his job was. But Adam really hated his job and wanted to grift. I wanted people to see why Adam was miserable and wanted the control over his personal life doing an internet show would give him. But I guess I gave up too many details, the public figure part. But Adam would never accept a role like that under anyone else, so it's obvious it would be a public figure anyways. I just shouldn't have even bothered. He'll be okay though, really. And really, nobody really has it out for him. I think Adam really wasn't happy I didn't steal the Gumroad money from Andy like he wanted me to, and help him make money so he could do whatever the fuck he wanted. I get maybe he thought I owed him for all the times we had together, and I think the idea I'd pick Warski over him hurt his pride. I asked him if Adam actually did say steal it, though. He claims that he did a dozen times, even asked Persip. He told me to steal it in calls with other people. Now, preface this, I don't know anything about this. This is just what PPP is saying. You'd have to ask the other parties. I say, I don't know. I think it's because he believed Warski was super fucking you over, I guess. PPP goes, I think Adam isn't that altruistic, man. I feel like he had his own personal motives because he had to know that video would fuck me over. I can't change any of this shit now, though. I wish I could just fucking brutal. And I say, I forgive you. This happened because of the lies, though, man. If you never exaggerated or lied about all of this to us, we truly believed you when you blamed Warski, and now it's the opposite. PPP goes, I can see that, I suppose. I just thought it was funny to wind everyone up about Warski. I mean, a lot of the complaints were real, but it didn't actually bother me that much. It's just real easy to shit on Andy Warski, and it's fun to do it with other people. But I genuinely didn't hate the guy. My response to that is, you shouldn't shit on him. By your own words, he's been nothing but good to you. You look like a dick when you're saying this now. PPP goes, yeah, I'm a fucking, Persip, hold on, time out. Persip, you know why I'm showing this. We've discussed this for months. You know exactly why I'm showing this. The guy went on air over a fucking song that was written by Godwinson and Asa or whatever, or Asa, right? And called Ashton the Moocher, and told everyone what page to find his docs on Kiwifarms, then repeatedly with Warski called him a pedophile and a groomer and a child rapist, and then suggested that CPS should show up to his house, Persip. It was an entire attempt to get his 1,000 audience, if it's even real, Ashton's audience, to get somebody to call CPS or swat A. Solari for a fucking song, okay, to try to take his kids away. That's fucked. That's fucked, Persip. I love you. You're a bro to me. You're like a great dude. I love you, bro. But if you can't understand how fucked it is that he took a song on the internet, a joke, and decided to do a whole stream for 3+ hours trying to get A. Solari swatted or get his kids taken away, claiming that this guy rapes children, it's unreal. Hold on. Is that the real Josh? I don't believe it. There's a lot of fake people in the chat right now. Is that the real Josh? You know, Josh, if that's really you, I got something for you. Don't worry. I have something that's actually funny. The same thing I was doing during Gamergate. What are you even talking about? You don't even know what you're talking about. Get the fuck out of here, Josh. You're a fucking pedophile. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'll say it. Fuck you, Josh. Anyways, I'm kidding, Josh. He's not really. I don't know. Everyone else could fucking act like if that's the real Josh. I'm just kidding. You're an asshole, though. I don't give a fuck. You decided to lie about me all the time on your website. I could give two shits, bro. Don't come in here lying about shit you don't know anything about. You have nothing to do with it. But I do have some funny shit, because there is a funny thing about that PPP says about you. But Persip, I love you, bro. But he crossed the line. He crossed the line. I talked to you. I talked to Godwinson. I talked to Squire. We all talked about it. Adam was fine with this. A. Solari was fine with this. Squire was fine with it. It's just between me and him. So, anyways. So, where was I? Don't mention Gamergate. You never engaged in gay ops? I'm not doing it. I'm literally just reading the conversation I had. I'm not doing any gay ops. So, I didn't do gay ops in Gamergate either. So, we'll talk in a minute, chat. There's so many questions. I see it in the chat. We'll talk in a minute. It's okay. I lost my track. Let's see. A lot of shit posting going on in the chat. A lot of fake accounts. I'm pretty sure that's not the real Josh. But if it is, I got something funny for you in a minute. Let's see. Yeah, he goes, I say, you shouldn't shit on him. By your own words, he's been nothing but good to you. You look like a dick when you're saying this. PPP goes, yeah, I am a fucking dick for doing that, buddy. And I say, he's giving you half his purse, bro. That's a good friend if that's true. So you should appreciate him. And PPP goes, it is true, man. And I say, then be happy that you have a good friend like that, and learn not to lie about people behind their backs if they're that good to you and not trying to fuck you over. PPP says, there's a lot of lessons here, man. And he links me some fight that was going on, and that was it. So that's basically the gist of it. He goes, apologies and no more lying is what I said to him. And he goes, at this point, the only person left to talk to is Adam, and I don't think he wants that talk. All right. So, let's see what the last... Okay, here we go. This is the funny shit. So this is for you, Josh, you fucking douchebag. PPP wrote to me randomly, the Kiwis gaslit me and said it was fake. And I said, it's not, LOL. He made a big post about it. Some feminist politician in the UK or some other users are claiming it. Oh, that's right. So, correct context. Josh's website got owned by trannies or whatever, and he was talking to me about it. And I just thought this section was funny. So he says the Kiwifarms gaslit me and said it was fake. And I said, well, it's not. He made a big post about it. Some feminist politician in the UK or other users, they claim it came from the hacker. I don't know. And he goes, every time I criticize Josh on the show, the Kiwis brigade me and claim everything I say is fake. It's very frustrating. And I say, yeah, you really can. It's a troll shield site. And he goes, it's so obvious true. Josh is compromised, though. So, Josh, you are compromised. You are absolutely compromised. You're compromised. Burn it down. Burn it fire. All right. We're done here. All right, we're all done. That's about it. That's all it. So what is the takeaway from what I just read? So here's my takeaway. I want you in the chat, if you're reading the logs, to make up your own mind. Don't take my words for it. But here's my hot take on it. What I've got from that was that everything that's happened to the Kino Casino, everything that's happened from the fallout between Godwinson and Ashton, or PPP, the fallout with the writers in PPP, the issues between Warski and the writers in PPP, were all manufactured by one person, which is Ashton, which is PPP. It's his own words. He exaggerated and lied about issues that he was having with his co-hosts to the writers to get whatever just for fun. He claims it's for fun, and just threw it out there, which caused issues between Warski and everyone else, that caused the writers to leave, that caused him and Warski to have multiple fallouts, all the shit. So if Warski ever hear this, I'm not showing Persip's DMs ever. I don't like showing DMs. It doesn't matter. So I just wanted to get some attention. No, I mean, this is just for the facts. Ace Solari didn't do anything wrong. Ashton was my friend, and he crossed the line. He shouldn't have crossed. So, all right, we're in the Brian zone. All right, so that's about it. I don't know. I want to say about 15 minutes of the chat. I'll answer some questions. Let me read DMs here. Let's see. All right, so, okay, let's see what's going on. So let's read the chat. Let's go off the chat. PPP is confirmed. Mountie. Top right, PPP baby station. So Andy did nothing wrong. Essentially, Haru, to me, that's my hot take. Because if Ashton didn't lie to us, if he didn't exaggerate, air quote, and make up a bunch of shit about how Warski was treating him like shit, and the reality is that Warski helped him in the cabin, Warski helped him move, Warski gave him money, Warski gave him half of his fight purse when he didn't have to. It sounds like Warski didn't do really anything wrong, and Ashton just pitted two different parties against each other who worked on the show for his own amusement because he thought it was funny. That's what it looked like to me. So that's what it is. Okay, let's see. Brian, who's the biggest? No, I'm not saying that, Ham. Let's talk about Nick Fuentes and Power. No. KoP exits rehab and heads right back to the top of the pipe. Base, Mr. Man. I'll talk to you later in Discord, Mr. Man. Oh no, why did I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hide that grossly. Let me fix that. How do I fix that? I don't know how to fix that. Oh well. Let's see. I gotta scroll up. Let me see if there's anything. If you guys are asking questions, I'm reading the chat fully now. Persip seething? No, Persip's cool, bro. Burn it all down, Bry. I'm trying to. Persip. Something about Persip is the one running OBS. No, I'm running OBS. Why didn't you just post this? Where would I post it, Cock? I don't use Kiwifarms anymore. I refuse. I don't have a Twitter account. I have a Discord, but I really don't see a point in sharing it like that. I'd rather just, I mean, it should have been presented this way anyways to the wider audience. I mean, right now, Cock Lunch, you have accusations that PPP is flagging down Godwinson streams. So not only is he doing life ruination tactics on a guy who made a song called Ashton the Moocher, but if you really believe it, he may or may not be allegedly being a flagget. You've been hid, buddy. Who's been hid? I don't see. Oh, grossly? No, I think I unhid that. I'm out of the hyperbolic time chamber. We're back. We got the mechanical keyboard going. Everything's great to go. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. What a waste of a stream and bandwidth. Well, I'm glad I'm here for you. What a bunch of ungrateful wretches. I'm surprised I found this. KoP put his life on the line. I did, huh? Right now, cock. No, that's weird.
You have autism.
Oh.
You may not notice.
Thank you for the subscribing, I guess. Show more DMs. No, I'm not showing any more of him. He just wants that Ralpha male energy. No, no. It's still Gamergate. No, no, Mr. Man. No. I think the chat's bored now. All right. Let's see. Oh, is this is Gumroad. It's a great day. No, not the Gumroad subs. Oh, okay. I'm just scrolling up here. Anal Vape once on. Has anyone seen Brian and KoP on the same stream? No, never him. His livelihood. Let me go back down and see what you guys are writing. What's the end game here? Please explain. Not the end game here was to basically this stream I didn't want it to happen, but Ashton decided to go full Ethan Ralph and do life ruination. So I decided to show what he's like behind the scenes. That all of the shit with Kino Casino between the writers and Warski and all the shit that was said, that why the Godwinson videos happened, why all the shit happened, was literally manufactured by one fucking individual named PPP. He just because he felt like exaggerating and lying about a bunch of shit for no reason, over and over again. What is BTKing? What is BTKing? I don't know what that is. When I get by it in a tweet. I'm not Sargon, Mr. Man. That's the wrong guy. You're talking to the wrong guy. So why didn't PPP go as Scorched on Flamenco as he did Asa? I don't know, dude. I mean, he did suggest that people should take his kid away from him and point at where his docs was. I don't know. My friend's got a girlfriend, man. Oh, okay, that's a song. Ashton, the B-Jams. Let's see. Color me not shocked. Why didn't you immediately share this when it's this bad? I didn't share it immediately, Corey, when this bad because I forgave him because he said he would stop habitually lying and starting shit. He lied. Obviously, that was a lie. And I talked with other people involved with the show at the time, and I'm friends with Persip and Squire and those guys, and they felt like they should just let it ride. Let Ashton make a fool of himself and just hold on to this in case Ashton really crosses a line. In case Ashton really decides to practice a life ruination tactics. And he did. He did on Friday. So here we are. No, not doing that one, Grossly. You're not going to get me. Do you plan to stream more? No. This is like a one and done deal. I could be playing, Gundam Evolution or something right now or something. Or I don't know. My kid will be home soon. So like whenever she gets home, I'm going to go hang out with her. Let's see. Where is the car? It's in a ditch, Ham. You'll never find it. I think that's it, guys. I think there's nothing else to really say. I don't know if you guys have any more questions. I know there was a lot of shit talking in the beginning, and random people like supposedly Jim and supposedly Chaz showing up. It was a cold winter. Yay, more KoP. Yes, the car was repossessed, Echo. You figured it out. The Skinwalker stole the car. That's also true, Ham. Hey, you can't get rid of KoP. He back. So you guys had your own Milo Vault Spirit Bomb to crush PPP when it's convenient. I don't know about that, Corey. I think that's a little jumping here. It was literally just a conversation between me and PPP. I didn't hold this over PPP said. I didn't say, hey man, if you act up, I'm gonna use this on you. But, however, I didn't expect Ashton to go live on Friday and try to get someone's kid taken away because he made a song on him. That was not something I would expect. Why did you cancel Donkey Kong? You'd have to ask Gahul. He seems to be really butthurt about that. But I have that. Would you race Squire in his Tesla? Absolutely, Coffee. Do you think the grinder trade is the best trade in sport? The grinder trade? I don't know what that is. Underwhelming stream. Car streams are more fun. Yes, Theo. Well, last time I did one, was it like there was a pizza review, right? We got gas station food, unironically. What is I don't know what that is, Echo. Mr. Morris, KoP, stop being gay. I'll get right on that. All right, I'll take like a couple more questions and I'm going to cancel I'm going to end the stream, guys, after that. I'm going to go do some other shit. But everything was shown and said, so. No loyalty in this sector. That's not true. It's not true, Morris. I mean, the Ashton I knew would not do what he did. He would not do life ruination tactics because someone was making fun of him. He would just mock them back and leave it at that. But that's not what he did. This shit just makes you shit your pants? I don't get it. How? What are you talking about? Race me, Squire. I'll kick your fucking ass, kid. Ralph is the only realist one. Well, Ralph won, boys. Ralph won. I'm officially putting that out there. Ralph won. 100% Ralph won. You like internet weirdos? Have you seen? Yes, I know who Cyrex is, and I don't know if that he should be VTuber win. I don't know. I don't even know anything about that. I heard it's a lot of money to make an avatar in VTube. Ashton froze to death in that cabin. I don't know. Look, listen. All of us in our group, when we worked on the show and after the show, we all agreed that we did not know the person that we worked on the show with. PPP was not the same person that is today, at least to me. And I could say that pretty wholeheartedly. He's not the same guy that I had conversations with and talked to compared to what he is now. So, all right, 2 more questions and I'm out. That's it. I got 2 more, so whatever you guys write, go for it. All right, guys, I'm gonna bounce. Can you stream yourself contacting it? No, I'm not. No, I am. No, I'm not doing all that. All right, guys, that was it. That's all it. If you're still watching this, PPP, just understand that this was not intended to be the way it is, but you pulled the trigger. You decided that this was the route you wanted to go. So maybe next time you keep internet shit to internet shit, and you don't try to get people's kids taken away, and people won't realize what kind of person you are behind the scenes. And hopefully Warski will forgive you if he catches this, and not be mad at you that you basically fucked up the whole Kino Casino yourself by lying. So take it easy, chat. Everybody have a good one. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. Have some fun. Everybody be careful. All right. See ya, A-Logs.
You don't want to get into a dick measuring competition. I have a bigger dick. I have a bigger dick. I have a bigger dick. I didn't say that shit.